Welcome to Heartbreak Hope with Pat Barbarito, the show that explores how to build up or break down any relationship with confidence, clarity, and compassion. So I'm in the relationship business for over 40 years. I'm a divorce lawyer, and I focus on the end of marriages. I try to do it compassionately, but hey, even the good ends are ugly. Obviously, I'm qualified to talk about heartbreak. I end marriages, but I bet you're wondering, how can I speak about hope? I'm hoping my answer surprises you. When I've represented people over the years, and I've represented countless people, and I've really gotten this window into their life, the intricacies and the intimacies, I'm always fascinated that human nature seems to find a bright future somehow, some way. My marriage ended 12 years ago after 17 years. And I was thinking about all those people I represented that found the bright future. And I was really searching, and it was rough. It was very, very hard to find because I thought I had it all, right? I was 53 at the time. I had these 2 kids, a successful business. I thought I had it all together, and then it was gone. And when I really thought about it, I thought, it wasn't so great during those 17 years. It was pretty painful. It was a slow death, but I didn't want to deal with that. I wanted to make believe it was all great. Newsflash, it wasn't. It was lonely and sad. Oh yeah, he died after that, and I had to bury him and plan a funeral. Another story, another day. Facing the end of my marriage was difficult, but facing how unhappy my marriage was during the 17 years was really the rough part, because if you don't do that, you don't know why your marriage ended, right? So I just decided I wanted to go on a journey and figure it out. And you can't figure it out until you figure out why you married who you married. And I kept thinking, what was I thinking? Because in retrospect, it was real clear it wasn't the best choice. So I wanted answers, and I'm a lawyer. I did what lawyers do. We look for answers. We're relentless about it, right? I went to therapy, highly recommend. And I read a lot, and I spoke with a lot of people. And I began to understand not why my marriage ended, but why it started and then how it ended. So the podcast is a way for me to share some of the knowledge I've gained, but I've got a lot more to gain. And I'm hoping that together we could figure it out. My goal is really to try to figure out what we assume relationships are versus what they actually are. So I don't have the answers. I have a few more than I had 12 years ago when my marriage ended, but I have a long way to go. And I want this journey to take us all in the same direction. And I want to talk about the legal process too. I think sometimes the idea of talking to lawyers is intimidating. I want to make the idea of chatting with a lawyer a little less scary. I want to help people understand what they can gain from speaking with a lawyer and how to deal with some of the legal issues that come up. Premarital planning, post-divorce planning, economic planning. So that one of my goals is to make us lawyers, matrimonial lawyers, divorce lawyers, more approachable. People think that when they speak with a lawyer or when they're thinking about the end of the marriage, their marriage is over. That's not true. I have found that many marriages are reconcilable. And I think that's something that we need to talk about. During this podcast, I want to have conversations. I want to go on a journey together. And I want us to become better versions of ourselves. I'm going to have a variety of experts, financial experts, relationship experts, people who've been married, people who've been divorced, philosophers, gurus. I want to learn from each of the people I have on this show about relationships, about our choices, about our decisions. I want us to grow together so we can figure out how to love ourselves and the people we choose to love in a healthy way. So I invite you to come on this journey with me. I want you to take what resonates with you. I want you to share it with a friend or partner. But, most importantly, I want you to remember you're not alone. We're in this together. You matter. And what I've learned in life is that your zest for life can be reignited at any time. So join me. Thank you so much for joining us today. Don't forget to follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Please give us a 5-star rating and leave a review so more people can listen in to Heartbreak Hope with Pat Barbarito.